Hello students, welcome back to the session. So once again your teacher is here with you, and today we'll be starting with a very new topic. None of the lectures that we have covered till now, we have discussed this particular topic earlier. Okay, so this is something new which you might be studying for the first time. I think you would have got a little bit of idea about the topic in class 8, but after that you didn't study it. So today I'll be teaching you the topic known as occurrence of metals. Okay, so till now we have seen how metals react with oxygen, air, water, acids, bases, and blah blah blah. But we have never talked about how do metals occur in nature. And this is what we'll be talking about today. And before that, we need to tell the differences between these two terms. So the first term that is given to me is mineral, and the other term is given to me as ores. Now see carefully. Suppose there are these two mountains. Okay, so this is one mountain region, and this is another mountain region. Fine. In this particular mountain region, let's say you have gold. So gold is there in the mountain. This is just a hypothetical case. Okay, and this mountain is quite isolated. No beauty is there, no scenic beauty, nothing. So no one comes here to enjoy the beauty. So it's an isolated place, and thus there won't be any such problem if you destroy, like if you try to cut out this mountain, there won't be any such problem. But let us say in the second case, we have a mountain which is like with a very great scenic beauty. Like thousands of tourists come every day to enjoy the scenic beauty. And this mountain also has gold. Okay, and this is there in a place where so many people are living, houses are there, everything is there, a good city is surrounding this mountain. Fine. So let us say now the gold which is present in the mountain, so both the two mountains have gold. If you are spending, let's say that you arrange a project, the government arranges a project worth 5,000 crores. So here also the government is gonna spend 5,000 CRs. Okay, if they spend 5,000 crore in destroying the mountain and then digging out and taking out gold from the mountain, let's say the gold which you will be getting is worth 20,000 crores. Okay, so do you think it's a valuable thing? Obviously, because you are spending 5,000 and you are getting maybe, let's say 1,20,000 crores, you are getting the gold worth 1,20,000. So this is a super good thing, right? But here let's say the government is spending around 5,000 crores, but now the gold which government will be getting is just 100 crores. Because the mountain didn't contain much of the gold, point one. Point two, when the government spent this much amount, then these houses were to be avoided, people and blah blah blah. So many things were there, right? So do you think spending 5,000 crore is a good thing here? No. But gold is present in both the mountains, okay? So such kind of naturally occurring elements. So see, the elements or the compounds which occur naturally in the earth's crust. So here I have taken the example of mountains just for clarification. So according to NCERT, it says that the elements or the compounds which occur naturally in the earth's crust, these will be known as minerals. Okay, so I can say this is the mineral. So this also will be known as mineral. So this is just an example. Okay, now the minerals from which metals can be extracted easily and profitably, that particular mineral will be termed as ore. So this mineral you can extract the metal easily and profitably, and hence you will call it an ore. But here you cannot extract the metal profitably, and hence you will not term it as ore, but you will simply call it as mineral. So I think with this example, this must be clear that the ores, all the ores are minerals, because ore, I can say it's just a subset of mineral. Okay, so all the ores will be termed as mineral, but all the minerals are not termed as ores. Fine, because minerals are just the naturally occurring compound in Earth's crust. Now, for example, if I go into the exact chemistry of this thing, see, so let's say aluminium is found in two different ways, in two different manners in the nature. One is as Al2O3, which is known as bauxite, and let's say the other it is found as Al2S3. Fine. So extraction, so this is also the mineral, this is also the mineral. But let's say extraction of aluminium is easy by this particular sense. Okay, by this particular mineral. So I'll call this mineral as an ore, but I won't call this mineral as an ore. This is just a mineral for us. Okay, so this question sometimes comes off 1 mark. So you should know the definition of minerals and ores. Okay, now see. Based upon the reactivity of the metals, we have already described the metals into 3 different categories, right? Some which are like very highly reactive. So the top of activity series. Oh, by the way, have you learned the activity series now? If not, I'm gonna kill you. So you better learn it now as soon as possible, okay? So see, this K, Na, Ca, Mg, Al. All these metals are described as the metals of high reactivity. Whereas Zn, Fe, Pb, H, Cu till copper you define the metals of medium reactivity. And if I talk about mercury, silver and gold, these are the metals classified as the metals of low reactivity. Okay, so since these are highly reactive, they are found in nature in a different way. These are very less reactive, found in different way. These are like of medium reactivity, so the way in which they are found in the nature will also be different. So let's first talk about the metals of medium reactivity. Zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper. So these kind of metals which are of medium reactivity are basically found in nature as oxides or sulfides or carbonate ores. Oxide, the formula is O2 minus. So if I write zinc oxide, the formula will be ZnO. Sulfide is S2 minus. So zinc found in nature is zinc sulfide, ZnS. Carbonate formula is CO3, then bracket and then 2 minus. So if I write the formula of zinc carbonate, it is ZnCO3. Okay, so these are the ways in which the metals of medium reactivity will be found in nature. Remember them very carefully. Fine. Now see. Okay, let's once again go back to the example. So let's say this mountain was there and you have broken down this much part of the mountain, okay, which had somewhat amount of gold in it. So now what do you think? If I first break this is a very big, huge rock. So should I take this huge rock to the factory? Obviously no. So what we do is first we have to grind the rocks into smaller powdered form. Right? So first is grinding into the smaller powdered form. Now let's say this was a mountain. I have taken this section, I have broken it down, I have grinded it to like very small particles, right? But do you think I can simply pick up gold from here? No, right? Because it will genuinely be mixed with certain kind of impurities. Plus it was a rocky mountain, so it must be having some sand, some soil, some dirt, right? So these kind of unwanted impurities which are present along with the metal in any particular ore. So these properties may be sand, may be soil, may be dirt, which first have to be separated before you start doing the extraction. These properties are known as gangue. Okay, remember the word gangue. So gangue means the impurities which must be present along with the metal in the ores, so which have to be separated on the initial basis. These are known as gangue. Okay, and this process, so when I'm talking about the process of removing the gangue, this process of removing the gangue is known as enrichment of ores. So see the word I have written here, enrichment of ores, which also is said to be concentration of ores. Okay, so suppose this was a container containing the ore particles. Fine. And this ore particle, let us say, is so let's say we are talking about the ore made up of iron. Okay, now if I'm putting the iron particles, so let's draw the iron thing here. So these are the iron particles. So I have to first separate the sand from the iron. So what I'll do, I'll take a magnet. Now I know iron particles will be attracted towards the magnet, whereas sand will remain here. Right? Then now we'll further work with this particular iron collected and we'll continue with the steps, right? So this process where actually we are decreasing the concentration of impurity from the ores, or actually in other case we can say we are just increasing the concentration of the metal. So this is known as concentration of ores or the enrichment of ores. And based upon the different physical properties of the gangue and the main metal particle. So you know, right, metal particles may be having a different property. Soil, sand, dirt, all these gangue particles have different properties. So based upon their different physical properties, we can employ different methods to carry out the process of enrichment of ores. Fine. So today I just discussed a very brief idea about how the concentration can be done or how the metal can be obtained in the pure state, right? But we have to go into the details of all these steps. But if I teach you today, it's gonna be like too much for you. So it's better you study this much for today. Once you are done with this thing, we'll meet once again in the next class and we'll continue with the further portion. Okay? So study well, take care, bye bye.